Welcome to Friday Flow with me, Mathia McKinley. We'll begin today's sequence in an easy cross-legged position and start by just gently rocking the head side to side, easing through any tension or tightness stored within the upper neck and back. Just lingering in any space which feels particularly tight to you this morning. Just becoming aware of the breath and giving yourself an opportunity to be really present with yourself here on the mat and within our practice this morning. So just gently loosening, creating mobility. And here we'll arrive in a neutral alignment and just hinge forward over the crossed legs, resting the forearms on the ground and allowing the head to be heavy. And you can rest the forehead on the floor or on a block or a stack of books, just wherever your flexibility allows you to be. Feeling length through the low back, the hips, the entire posterior. Gently rolling up, we'll stack coming to seated, and we'll transition here to our first down dog of the practice. So tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up and back, feeling a lot of length through the underarms and side body, softening one knee and sinking into the hip, and alternating. Finding mobility through the hips and length through the back. Head is soft between the biceps, driving all 10 fingers, palms into the ground. Just finding comfort here in the downward facing dog. We'll gaze forward, soften the knees, and step one-legged at a time, arriving in a forward fold at the top of the mat. So just allowing your head to be heavy here and your flexibility to guide you. Feeling length through the sacrum, the low back, and the backs of the legs. On the next inhale, come to halfway lift, flat back, squeezing, drawing the shoulder blades towards the midline. And as you exhale, pass through forward fold, soften the knees, and begin to rise towards Tadasana or mountain pose. Arriving in fully upright, we'll extend the arms out, up, and above, bringing them down through heart center, hinge back to forward fold. On the next breath in, we'll lift to halfway, flat back, and as you exhale, place the hands on the mat, step back with the left leg. In preparation for Warrior 1, we'll spin the back heel down, rooting through the blade edge of the foot, and on the inhale, rise, leading with the heart and chest, squaring the ribs and upper torso to the front of the room. You can take your hands to your hips here, gently leading the left hip forward and drawing the right hip back, bringing the arms back and up, and breathing here, lifting through the heart and chest. Inhale, strong, and as you exhale, hinge forward, straightening the front leg, forward fold. Allowing the head to be heavy, back blade edge of the foot stays strong, deepening the posture as you exhale, feeling an intense stretch through the front hamstring, and as you inhale here, spinning the right arm up and open, stacking the shoulders, opening the heart and chest to the right side of the room for revolved triangle. Breathing here, filling the lungs, expanding the back body, and as you exhale, come back through center, forward fold. Soften the posture, step back to three-legged dog. Drive the hands into the mat, pushing the ground away from you. Squaring the hips with the ground, long back body. Exhale, pull the knee under the body towards the nose, pull the navel to the spine. Inhale, come back to three-legged dog, long back body here. And as you exhale, step through to low lunge, long back body. And as you inhale, rise to crescent lunge. Lifting through the heart and chest, squaring the hips to the front of the room, engaging through the back thigh. And as you exhale, spin open to Warrior 2. Long wingspan arms. Exhale to deepen the posture, shoulders arrive above hips. And as you inhale, hinge, lean forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Breathe in as you rotate your heart up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, windmill the two hands, planting the right hand on the instep of the right foot, bringing the left arm up and over. Leading the heart through the two arms, blade edge of the foot, rooting into the ground. Straightening the leg here, coming into triangle pose. So the hand can rest along the shin here, along the floor, or even on a block or stack of books, just wherever allows you to keep the right hip tucked under and the left hip spinning open. Exhale again, come back to a forward fold, blade edge of the foot rooting down still, deepen the posture. And as you exhale here, we'll soften through the front knee, lifting the back heel, and step back to high plank. Begin to bend the elbows, lowering the body down to Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows track above wrists, shoelaces down, squeeze the thighs, back extension, lift through the heart, up dog, fill the lungs, drive the navel to the spine, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. So just taking a couple moments here with yourself to come back to the practice and the breath, come back to the physical body and the presence within it. We'll gaze forward, step or float to the top of the mat, arriving in a forward fold. So again, just deepening the posture as you exhale, feeling length. We'll inhale, coming into the halfway lift, the flat back, so engaging the posterior. And as you exhale, come back through forward fold. We'll soften at the knees, begin the rise towards Tadasana, stacking one vertebrae at a time. The head is the last to arrive, arms extend out, up and above, bringing new energy in. Hands pass through heart center. As you exhale, hinge forward, coming down to forward fold. On the next breath in, we'll lift to halfway, flat back. And exhale, stepping back, side B with the right leg, spin the back heel down, preparing for Warrior 1. Blade edge of the rear foot firmly roots, lift, squaring the heart and chest to the front of the room. Now you can take your hands to your hips here and gently guide the left hip back and the right hip forward, still feeling length through the outer edge of the right foot. Nice depth in the front knee, fluid within the body. Exhale, straighten the front leg, hinge forward, allow the head to be heavy here. So deepening into the fold as you exhale. Squaring the hips with the mat, we'll leave the right hand planted, and as you inhale, spin the left arm up and open, stacking the shoulders, turning the gaze towards the ceiling, and feeling a mild rotation through the core here. Continuing to plant the back blade edge of the foot into the mat. Fill the lungs, breathe in, and as you exhale, come back down through center, forward fold. As you inhale, soften through the front knee, lifting the back heel, plant the hands, step back to three-legged dog, driving the hands into the mat, leveling the hips, and engaging through the gluteus muscles. As you exhale, pull the knee in and under the body towards the nose and the navel to the spine. Inhale here, come back to three-legged dog, long back body. And as you exhale, once again, step through to low lunge so as that the ankle arrives beneath the knee. Long back leg. Lift to crescent lunge, tucking the pelvis under, drawing the left hip back, the right hip forward. Breathing to deepen the posture. And as you exhale, we'll spin the back heel down, opening to the right side of the room for Warrior 2. Long, open arm span, deepening the posture as you exhale. Shoulders arrive above the hips. Inhale, hinge forward. Reverse warrior, left arm up and over, spin the heart towards the ceiling. Long side body. And as you exhale, windmill the left hand to plant on the instep of the left foot and the right arm up and over. Extending through the seam of the body, leading the heart through the two arms, back blade edge of the foot firmly plants. Begin to straighten the leg here, taking the right arm high. Again, the left hand can rest on the shin, a block, or a stack of books, whatever allows you to tuck the left hip under and lead the right hip open. opening and breathing, fill the lungs, expand through the back body, and as you exhale, closing the top hand, hinging forward over this front thigh, deepening and intensifying the hamstring stretch, allowing the head to be heavy here and the back blade edge of the foot to secure. We'll hinge forward to low lunge, step back to high plank, exhale, lower to Chaturanga Dandasana. We'll inhale to a back extension, up dog, lift through the heart, draw the navel to the spine, exhale, down dog. So just pedaling the feet out, getting really long through the back body. We'll soften the knees, gaze forward, step or float to the top of the mat, arriving in a really nice deep forward fold. So this time really exploring length and openness. Inhale to halfway lift, flat back. And this time as we exhale, we'll lower the hips to the ground, extending the legs in front of the body as we prepare for Navasana or boat pose. Lifting through the heart and sternum, get really long through the spinal column. Grip the backs of the thighs and lift the feet off the ground. Stay here or extend your arms in front of the body. If the back begins to round out, keep a hold on the thighs. If you'd like a challenge, please lift the arms up and over, engage the core, flatten the back, and extend the legs to run parallel with the arms. Continue to lengthen the spine, one breath in, and as you exhale, draw the knees back into the body. We'll extend the legs in front, and we'll hinge up and over for a forward fold. We'll root into the sits bones, allow the head to be really heavy here, the arms to relax easy. Just feeling a really good stretch through the backs of the legs and the entire spinal column. We'll inhale and come back to seated, transitioning into a cross-legged position. We'll just spend a few moments here in deep breath or meditation if that serves you. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.